Coach.
That's not the first time we played against Washington State and the game didn't end up something like that. It's unbelievable how, regardless of how the game starts, at the end it comes out that way. You got to give Washington State a lot of credit. They fought hard. They didn't put their head down when they had that deficit. They worked. But I thought our guys did a great job for the most part of the game of defending and executing, playing unselfishly. And that start enabled us to have enough left over to come up with the victory. So we're just fortunate. We dodged a bullet, but we're fortunate to be moving on to play tomorrow night.
What builds the decomposition of a 15-point lead?
I thought we started to turn the ball over too much in the second half, and they hit threes. It's not a real good combination if you have a lead. One of our keys was to not let them get off from the three-point line. And when they came back, that's what they did.
Questions?
Abdul, the last possession.
Use the microphone, please.
The ball ended up going to Simmons. Can you tell us what you saw, what the plan was, and how it came out?
I had the ball in my hand, and any player wants to be in that position. I just wanted to get the best shot available. Whether that was me coming off the screen or Scott or CJ wide open, or Dez, and Dez happened to be the person that was wide open. He made the shot.
Lorenzo, the players' thoughts on tomorrow night, the third time against Oregon?
We just had a third one against Washington State, so the only difference is we've not beaten Oregon this year. So hopefully we can be at our best and turn that around. They're a very good basketball team. They were a game away from, or a weekend away from winning this league.
This one's for Abdul and Scott. Just as seniors and the up and down seasons that you guys have had, what does this mean for you guys to advance and maybe further your legacies as Huskies?
Another day to play. That's how we've been playing, and coming in this game, it could have been potentially our last game. But we were like, man, we don't want this to be our last game. And one thing we said to our guys is, man, just leave it all out there. Don't walk off this floor and say, dang, I could have given a little bit more.
Yeah, pretty much what Gaddy said. It's do or die now. We know that, but so do the other teams. So, all the games I feel like are going to be competitive all the way out.
Abdul, getting back to Oregon, sorry about the Oregon questions, we're from the Oregon media. For tomorrow night, what do you remember about the first two times you guys played the Ducks this season? What stands out about those games?
Turnovers. Turn the ball over a lot against them. And they're a pretty good defensive team. And that's been a problem for us all year too. So main thing is take care of the ball, get good shots, and be dialed in on defensive end. If we can do those three things, I think we'll be all right.
Lorenzo, how do you think you did against Brock tonight?
Not as good as before. The odds were in Brock Modem's favor. When we played the game we talked about when Klay Thompson was here, and we did a decent job on Klay Thompson, and then in this tournament opening game he scored 43. Thank goodness Brock didn't score 43. But a player as multi-talented as Brock Modem is, it's difficult to hold him down every time. I thought we fought, we scrapped. He still had to work for his points. He's just a heck of a basketball player, and I thought he was playing his best basketball of the year down the stretch here. He had 31 points against USC, 20 points the game before that against UCLA. He's really good.
Why'd you have Scott on him in the final possession, and did you want to switch that when they screened?
Yes, we did, and we felt we were more, with the exception, well, almost all of us were like-sized, so it didn't really matter who was guarding who at that point. They had to get a shot.
Coach, you only had one field goal in the last 8:43. Do you ever remember the coaching game where you were that inefficient on offense to close the game?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes. Every now and then that happens. They got on a roll. All the momentum shifted to them. As I stated earlier, we're fortunate to be playing until tomorrow, but we'll take it. Give them a lot of credit. They scrapped and fought.
Lorenzo, I know you guys are just getting done with worrying about Washington State, but when you look at the Ducks, what are the keys in your guys' matchup with them?
We'll talk about those as a staff. The keys that we had before probably will be adjusted a little bit. That's like you mentioned. We just finished this game. We'll meet as a staff and then present it to the team tomorrow.
Abdul, what was your thought process up 19, and then what were you thinking when they tied it?
Up 19, just keep playing. It's the hardest thing when you're up 20 and you got so much time left, especially for players. Like I always ask coach, like why do guys just all of a sudden just you get in this chill mode when you're up 20? That's the hardest thing, and that's why I kept trying to tell the guys, come on, keep playing, keep getting stops. And they got hot. Like we kept playing hard, but they got hot and they started scoring. And so when they tied the game, the main thing was calm ourselves and get the best shot available and make sure we're solid on both sides. And I think coach did a great job of, when he brought us in, even though he could have went crazy because they were scoring, hitting threes, he was like, all right, we got this. Everybody calm down, we got this. And he drew up a play. And he was super confident in us. And I think that's why we came out on the upper end.
Just call me.